Bottom of the hour, half past high noon, and we're having a great show already. Most of the bad things that happened were completely my fault. I blame Frank a little earlier, but he gave it to me right. I wrote it wrong. But other than that, we're having a great day. And joining us again, Rino Aprea from the leadoff spot in a more appropriate spot for him, the cleanup spot, because this guy's a heavy hitter.
Thank you.
I want to thank you. This segment, I try to bring in like movers and shakers. You know what I mean? Like our friends watching our father and son moving. Thank you. Keep those TVs tuned out there. Appreciate it. And you're a mover and a shaker.
Yeah.
You're in the business of business, right?
Yeah.
I think Jay-Z said, "I'm not a businessman. I'm a business."
That's right,
man. That's him.
That's
okay.
Me.
That's the guy. So restaurants, television, fame, fortune. You have it all. What do you think, from an entrepreneur standpoint? What do you think about Trump's economy?
I think ever since Donald Trump got elected in my businesses, I see enthusiasm. And I see that they really are looking to go in the right direction. And the positives there. And I think that the mainstream and the social media that's out there all of a sudden deflates them a little bit. So I'm feeling that surge, and then I'm feeling that pullback. And I think that, you know what, these both parties, I think that bipartisanship is a big part of what I represent. And I don't represent on a donkey or an elephant. I really believe that I like to see who those candidates are.
You're a Duncan.
Yeah, I'm a Duncan, right.
I like it.
Amongst other things.
Yeah.
And a purple.
I was just going to say, you heard my spiel. Most people are not all red, all blue. I talked to our audience, libertarians, independents, even Republicans and Democrats. You don't even know it yet. You're a purple person. Are you a purple person?
I am a purple person because I think that bipartisanship is what America's about. What good is it if I just am a Republican or a Democrat? It's not a democracy anymore. And I just look at that. When Obama was president, whether it voted for him, didn't vote for him, or whoever didn't, that was my commander-in-chief. I looked forward to listening to him speak. I looked forward to listening to his policies.
You tuned in?
I tuned into all his State of the Unions because you know what? That's my commander-in-chief, and I want to see him do better so the country could do better, and then leave it up to the American people in 4 years to decide if they want him or not.
I wish, Frankie, you have a lot of views on this, but I wish the Democrats right now would stop all the investigations and just let the American people decide in a year and a half.
That's, you would think that's what our system calls for, right? Having the voters be the ultimate accountability and the ultimate check on the elected officials. So I don't understand why that's not the case.
Well, if I may interject,
of course.
It's getting with this collusion, The collusion did start. I do believe there was collusion. You know when? In the primary for the Democrats. They colluded against Bernie Sanders. They should look at Hillary about this collusion and then end it. And you know what? Why don't we just go forward? I think Donald Trump said something in the Rose Garden too. Listen, let's stop all this and let's concentrate on what we could fix together.
You know who's really driving the bus on this? And I don't even know if we can get on a bus at this point, but Gerald Nadler.
Oh.
Okay, he's the guy who is just milking this thing like a sacred cow. But I saw a similarity between him and another famous person. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about this.
Well, there's a lot of similarities.
You are rough on Gerald Nadler. I mean, there's nothing like taking the high road.
You know what?
No, I mean, listen. You know what they say. They go low, we go lower. You know what I mean? So not us.
No,
that's what they say.
We're trying to
I wish
take
we
a
had
high
that
road.
clip.
We're trying to take
when
a high
they go
road.
low, kick them. That's what the left says about us. So there is no goodwill as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I think you both bring up some good points, but I think what the president did yesterday is a real shame. And I think Richard Hoffman, who's one of the leading Republican strategists in the whole country, he's going to be here in just a minute. But what the president did yesterday in deciding that he wasn't going to work on the infrastructure bill, I thought infrastructure is something that he should want to do for the country. It's not a reward for the Democrats for them behaving as they want.
But he said
he wants them to behave.
Great,
so do it.
Reno's a good friend. We usually try to decide, should we have a drink today? Not, but we're on liquid lunch. You're going to become part of the team because we need your take on these things. Frank, give me your glass. Let me continue. A big thing that Trump got elected on was build the wall. Okay? Immigration. And aside from being a world-renowned businessman...
That's good. I can't get too crazy.
Half for Frank. Aside from being a world-renowned businessman, you are a legal immigrant to America. and you're proud of it. Your
Very
family's
proud.
proud of it. What do you think, as a legal immigrant, about some of the policies that Trump's
I
trying
get
to
very emotional when I speak about that because my family came here the hard way, and,
Yeah.
they suffered. And my mother came here when I was 3 months pregnant on a boat. My father had to stay back in Italy because they needed to be sponsored by a family here that was my grandmother's sister, and they had to put money up to sponsor 3 sisters. Not only did they have to put money up, my mother had to get a job before my father was even eligible to become come to America. And I just feel that happening. Why are we having all these protests
Hang on.
now?
You know what? I wanted to give you that moment. I appreciate how emotional you feel about being a legal immigrant. Let's drink to that.
Salud.
Let's have a toast.
And thank you for the opportunity.
Of course, we want you here all the time, anytime. Anything that you need to know, or your audience needs to know, you bring it to us.
Well, I feel that, you know what, to finish my topic
Yeah.
is that why don't we deal with the 20, 30, or 40 million that we have here right now, which I'm for immigration, and let's see how we can filter this out, who stays, who goes, how we can work with everyone that's here illegally. Let's find a way to legalize them. Let's put all our political differences aside, Republican, Democrat. I think that Nancy Pelosi is really playing with fire because I really believe that if Nancy Pelosi is she's a very intelligent person, and she's got to be stopped by being led by this Clinton train.
Yep.
And she should just think for herself, and she should come a little bit more to the other side.
She could.
And
if
let me
she
tell you,
wants
she
to.
could do a lot of damage.
Speaking about damage, we had our loyal viewers. They're always watching over at TPI Cap, Fitzy, DeRay, Matty the Godfather. Someone told me over there, Nick, that he's willing to box you for charity.
Box
Nick
me? He wants
DeRay wants to box you for any charity. He said he threw you in a pool and,
Put me in a box.
It's a long time coming.
Tie me to a pole.
So
bit my head.
Would you take the challenge?
Of course I'll take any challenge.
You send us your gripes right here. We bring them to
I'm
Liquid
waiting.
Lunch. We get a martini in 'em, and they tell you everything you need to know. Our guys know where the rubber meets the road. So do all women. Okay, we know where the bodies are buried, and we bring you the news, the markets, and the politics you want to know about every single day, straight up, right here on Liquid Lunch. You're watching John Tobacco's Liquid Lunch on Newsmax TV.